So my son's just about to finish his GCSEs, and I'm keen that he goes into the accounting profession. So what would you suggest?
Ask him why, because not so much I want to put him off, I want to know that he wants it for the right reasons and is motivated to do it. But if he's doing GCSEs, you then need to decide, do you want to leave school after GCSEs and maybe get an apprenticeship? We do have apprentices who are 16, 17, or is it better off to stay on to do A-levels and then get a job after A-levels? And the majority of our apprentices are probably of that age group, because a lot of our employers will tend to take on people after A-levels, but partly because they know they've learned how to study in their own time. With GCSEs, you tend to be lessons throughout the day. It's really programmed. You go from one lesson to another lesson to another lesson. At A-levels, you tend to have study periods, which I know my kids treated as free periods, and try to explain, or actually not free periods for wandering around in the common room, but they were actually for study. So you've got to, and that takes a while to get into that process and understand that. Sometimes it takes a few terms, a couple of terms, before they really realise how to study, but by the time they get to the A-levels, they've learnt that, and that study skill is valuable for an employer, not just because of what they do in the office, but for their own study. So my temptation would be generally to say, if you're going to go into the accounting profession, stay on and do A-levels, get really good grades, because they'll be on your CV, that's what people will look at. But if you hate it, or it doesn't suit you, then yes, you can leave and get a job after GCSEs, and you can do an apprenticeship then, but do bust a gut and do as well in those GCSEs as you can. And so the maths and English, people will expect you to get A to C, and obviously if you've got A's, A stars, so much the better. Although they're not A's and A stars now, they're all different, of course. But the better the grade, the easier it will be for people to pick up your CV and go, oh, we'll see them. And always when you're looking for jobs, it's not so much applying for a job, you're applying for an interview. Because once you've got an interview, then you can sell yourself. And it's two-way, you want to make sure that it's the right place to work for.
And how are your courses similar or different to going to school?
Well, we're talking about apprenticeships here, and we tend to simply deliver our apprenticeships in the southwest, where we have venues where we will have venues in Taunton, Exeter, Plymouth and Cornwall, in Falmouth, and we have a relationship with the employer, and so at school you will obviously go to school every day, you will have some free periods, but you will have lessons. With an apprenticeship you'll be working, you're paid to work, that's what you're there for. You will be given some time to study, but that will vary depending on the firm, and you will also be expected to study in your own time. We have drop-in sessions in our classes, which we would expect. The majority of our students probably come to those once a week, sometimes for a whole day, sometimes for half a day, some don't, some study from the office. But the common factor is they're acquiring skills within the office. There's a requirement for off-the-job training and learning within the office, and a lot of your work in the first few years in accountancy will be learning a whole pile of new skills. So you'll acquire as much, if not more, learning from the office